Toyota's real advantage isn't design or marketing. It's a system. It's called the Toyota Production System, or TPS. And it quietly reshaped how the world builds everything from cars to iPhones. After World War II, Toyota couldn't afford mass production like Ford. So instead of producing more, they focused on producing better. TPS is built on one simple idea: eliminate waste before chasing growth. Toyota identified 7 types of waste: extra inventory, waiting time; defects, unnecessary movement. Anything that doesn't create value for the customer gets removed. One of the most radical parts of this system is that any worker can stop the entire production line if they see a problem. In most companies, stopping work is punished. At Toyota, it's encouraged. This obsession with quality works. By the early 2000s, Toyota plants were producing vehicles with up to 50% fewer defects than many US competitors. That reliability helped Toyota become the best-selling car brand in the United States for multiple years. Another key principle is just-in-time production. Toyota keeps inventory low, sometimes just hours, not weeks, of parts on hand. That reduces storage costs, exposes problems faster, and forces constant improvement. This is why Toyota can remain profitable, even during downturns that crush other automakers. TPS isn't about speed. It's about discipline. And once that discipline is built into the system, results compound for decades. In the late 1990s, the auto industry was chasing one thing: bigger engines, faster launches, and short-term sales. Toyota was doing the opposite. Inside the company, engineers were quietly working on a car most executives thought would fail. It was slower. It was more expensive. And it didn't fit the market at the time. That car was the Toyota Prius. When the Prius launched in 1997, hybrids made up less than 1% of global vehicle sales. There was no hype, no demand, and almost no infrastructure to support it. But Toyota wasn't building for the next year. It was building for the next 20. By the time gas prices spiked in the mid-2000s, Toyota was ready. While competitors scrambled to redesign engines, Toyota had already sold over 1 million hybrid vehicles worldwide. By 2023, Toyota had sold more than 22 million hybrids globally, cutting an estimated 160 million tons of co-emissions in the process. This wasn't luck. It was patience. Toyota's leadership has long believed that technology adoption happens in phases, not explosions. That's why even during the EV boom, Toyota refused to bet everything on full electric vehicles. Instead, it spread risk across hybrids, plug-ins, hydrogen, and EVs. In 2024, while many EV-first startups were losing thousands of dollars per car sold, Toyota remained consistently profitable, with operating margins many competitors couldn't touch. The reason is simple. Toyota avoids betting the company on trends that haven't proven they can scale. This mindset goes deeper than product strategy. Toyota executives are rarely paid based on short-term stock performance. Many leaders spend 30 to 40 years inside the company before reaching top positions. That creates a culture where decisions are judged by, will this still work 10 years from now? Not, will this boost next quarter's numbers? This long-term discipline protected Toyota during multiple industry crashes, from the 2008 financial crisis to supply chain collapses decades later. While others optimized for speed, Toyota optimized for survival. And survival over time turns into dominance. Toyota doesn't try to predict the future perfectly. It prepares for multiple futures and waits. That patience is expensive in the short term, but over decades, it becomes almost impossible to compete with. In 2009, Toyota's reputation took a hit. Unlike anything it had faced before, reports of unintended acceleration began appearing across the United States. Soon, accidents followed, then investigations, and finally mass recalls. Between 2009 and 2010, Toyota recalled more than 9 million vehicles worldwide. For a company built on quality, this was devastating. Sales dropped, Toyota's US market share slipped, and for the first time in decades, the brand's reliability image was questioned on national television. In 2010, Toyota reported its first operating loss in over 70 years, losing more than $4 billion. But the real test wasn't the defect. It was the response. Toyota publicly apologized. Executives, including the CEO, appeared before the US Congress. Inside the company, Toyota did something unusual. It slowed down. Production targets were reduced. Quality inspection layers were added. And decision-making authority was pushed closer to the factory floor. Toyota created a global quality task force, giving regional leaders more power to stop production and issue recalls without waiting for headquarters. In 2014, Toyota agreed to pay a $1.2 billion settlement to resolve US investigations, not because defects were proven intentional, but because the company failed to act fast enough. That moment reshaped Toyota's culture. Quality moved from a manufacturing goal to a leadership responsibility. By 2012, Toyota regained its position as the world's largest automaker by sales. By 2015, US consumer trust scores had largely recovered, and by the early 2020s, Toyota once again ranked among the most reliable brands in America. Most companies try to survive crises with public relations. Toyota survived by fixing the system. The lesson is simple. Mistakes are inevitable at scale. What defines great companies is whether they protect ego or protect trust. Toyota chose trust. Toyota's real advantage isn't technology. It's discipline. While others chase speed, Toyota builds systems that last. While competitors react to trends, Toyota prepares for decades. That mindset doesn't just build better cars. It builds companies that survive crises, outlast hype, and compound quietly over time. Toyota proves one thing clearly. In business, the most boring decisions often create the most unstoppable results.